Across the sprawling savannas, dense forests, icy tundras, and vibrant coral reefs of our planet, a silent and relentless drama is always underway. This is a world where every heartbeat counts, where the pursuit of life and the shadow of death are inseparable companions. Here, predators and prey are locked in a perpetual contest, each shaping the other's destiny through a complex web of interactions. Far from being mere antagonists, predators are the keystones of their ecosystems, sculpting the very fabric of the wild through their presence and actions. Their influence extends beyond the hunt, regulating populations and preventing the unchecked spread of herbivores that could devastate vegetation and disrupt the balance of life. By targeting the weak, the sick, and the old, predators ensure that only the fittest survive, strengthening the genetic resilience of prey populations and maintaining ecological harmony. This intricate balance allows a tapestry of life to flourish, from the tiniest leafcutter ant navigating the forest floor to the mighty elephant shaping entire landscapes with its movements. The act of predation, though often swift and violent, is a culmination of patience, skill, and evolutionary refinement, each hunt a testament to the predator's mastery of its environment. The tension between hunter and hunted is a crucible for adaptation, driving both to develop ever more sophisticated strategies for survival. Over countless generations, this evolutionary arms race has produced astonishing feats, cheetahs accelerating to breathtaking speeds in open grasslands, and owls gliding silently through moonlit forests, their feathers engineered for near-perfect stealth. Tigers move with liquid power, their muscles rippling beneath striped fur as they stalk through dense undergrowth, while eagles soar with unerring vision, able to spot a hare from hundreds of meters above. Camouflage is an art form in the wild. Chameleons vanish among emerald leaves, leopards melt into dappled shadows, and wolves coordinate with silent precision, encircling their quarry with calculated teamwork. Prey, too, are masters of survival. Antelope explode into motion with split-second reflexes, porcupines bristle with formidable quills, and stick insects become living twigs, invisible to all but the keenest eyes. Each adaptation is a unique solution to the challenges of survival: venom, armor, mimicry, and speed, woven into the endless variety of life. As we journey deeper into this world, we uncover the subtle interplay of senses: how a wolf reads the wind, how a crocodile detects the faintest ripple, how a bat navigates by echo in total darkness. From the silent glide of a shark beneath turquoise waves to the migration of predators across continents, each environment demands its own set of skills and tactics. The leopard's patient stalk, the spider's architectural genius in web design, and the wolf pack's synchronized pursuit all reveal the ingenuity and diversity of predatory behavior. Every encounter is shaped by the landscape: dense thickets, open plains, rushing rivers, each presenting obstacles that demand creative solutions and relentless determination. In this unforgiving arena, a single misstep can mean the difference between triumph and tragedy, between a meal secured and hunger endured. The animal kingdom is a showcase of raw power and subtle intelligence, predators using decoys, feints, and even deception to outwit their prey. Survival often hinges on strategy and patience. Lions coordinate in silence, chimpanzees plan ambushes, and solitary hunters wait motionless for hours, all for a fleeting chance at success. From the polar bear's solitary trek across shifting ice to the desert fox's nocturnal hunt in scorching sands, to dolphins corralling fish in swirling underwater ballets, the hunt is shaped by the extremes of every habitat. This eternal cycle, predator and prey, hunter and hunted, binds all creatures in a dynamic, ever-evolving circle of life. Now, let us delve into the astonishing tactics of nature's top predators and witness the remarkable ingenuity that defines the delicate dance of survival in the wild. In the shifting mosaic of sunlight and shadow beneath the African bush, A solitary predator moves with a precision honed by generations of survival. The leopard, elusive and enigmatic, is a master of adaptation, its every movement dictated by the subtle cues of its environment. Unlike pack hunters, the leopard operates alone, relying on acute senses and an intimate knowledge of its territory. Its vision is adapted for low light, allowing it to hunt at dawn, dusk, or even under the cover of darkness, when prey is least alert. The leopard's rosette-patterned coat is not just beautiful, it is a marvel of evolutionary engineering. Each spot breaks up the animal's outline, letting it vanish into the tangled undergrowth or the dappled light of the forest floor, invisible to both prey and rival predators. Stalking is an art form for the leopard. It moves with deliberate slowness, placing each paw with care to avoid snapping twigs or rustling leaves. Its whiskers sense the faintest vibrations, alerting it to obstacles or the presence of other animals. Using the contours of the land, the leopard exploits dry riverbeds, termite mounds, and dense thickets as natural blinds. It studies the routines of its prey, impala, bushbuck, or even baboons, learning their paths and habits to anticipate the perfect ambush point. As the moment of attack nears, the leopard's body coils like a spring. Its breathing slows, heart pounding in anticipation. Every muscle is primed for the explosive burst that will close the gap between hunter and hunted in a heartbeat. The final approach is a test of nerves. The leopard's eyes lock onto its target, calculating distance and wind direction. Even a single misstep could alert the prey and end the hunt before it begins. When the time is right, the leopard erupts from cover with astonishing acceleration, reaching speeds of over 60 kilometers per hour in seconds. Its claws unsheath, gripping the earth for traction, while its tail acts as a counterbalance during sharp turns. The chase is a blur of motion. Prey zigzags, leaping and twisting in desperate evasion, while the leopard anticipates each move, adjusting its path with split-second reflexes. Impalas, with their acute hearing and lightning-fast reflexes, employ erratic escape patterns, darting through thickets and leaping over obstacles to break the predator's line of sight. In these critical seconds, the outcome hangs in the balance. The leopard's jaws snap shut just shy of the impala's flank, a testament to the razor-thin margins that define life and death in the wild. Sometimes, a stumble or a burst of adrenaline gives the prey a second chance. The impala, dazed but alive, regains its footing and vanishes into the brush, leaving the leopard panting in the aftermath. For the leopard, failure is common. Each hunt is a costly investment of energy, and a missed meal means another day of hunger. Yet it adapts, shifting territories, changing hunting times, and even climbing trees to ambush monkeys or stash kills away from scavengers. Thousands of kilometers north, in the stark silence of the Arctic, another solitary hunter faces a world shaped by ice and relentless cold. The polar bear, a giant among predators, is uniquely equipped for this frozen realm. The polar bear's massive paws act as snowshoes, distributing its weight across thin ice, while its dense fur and thick blubber insulate it from sub-zero temperatures. It roams vast distances, sometimes covering over 100 kilometers in search of food. As summer advances, the sea ice retreats, fragmenting the bear's hunting grounds. The bear must adapt, swimming between flows and timing its hunts to the unpredictable movements of the ice. Food becomes scarce. The bear's metabolism slows, and it conserves energy by resting for hours, sometimes days, between hunting attempts. Each failed hunt depletes precious fat reserves, making every opportunity critical. The polar bear's sense of smell is extraordinary. It can detect a seal's breathing hole from nearly a kilometer away, even beneath thick snow. It reads the wind, positioning itself downwind to remain undetected. When a seal surfaces to breathe, the bear begins its approach, belly crawling across the ice with astonishing stealth for such a massive animal. It waits motionless for hours, muscles taut, eyes fixed on the slightest movement. Patience is the polar bear's greatest weapon. It may wait through blizzards and biting winds, unmoving, until the precise moment when the seal emerges. To close the final distance, the bear sometimes slips silently into the frigid water, swimming beneath the ice to approach a seal from below, using the element of surprise in a world where every advantage counts. When the strike comes, it is swift and brutal. The bear's jaws clamp down on the seal, hauling it from the water in a single, powerful motion. The kill is quick, minimizing struggle and conserving energy. The blubber of a single seal is a treasure trove of energy, rich in calories and essential nutrients. The bear eats quickly, aware that scavengers like Arctic foxes or gulls may soon arrive to claim their share. As the ice continues to vanish and the sun lingers on the horizon, each hunt becomes a test of endurance and ingenuity. The solitary hunter must adapt to a world in flux, where survival depends on a delicate balance of instinct, skill, and the relentless will to endure. On the vast, windswept plains of the high Arctic, survival is a relentless test of endurance, intelligence, and unity. Here, the Arctic wolf reigns as one of the region's most formidable predators, perfectly adapted to the unforgiving cold and scarcity of prey. The Arctic wolf pack is a marvel of social organization. Each member, from the dominant breeding pair to the youngest pups, plays a distinct role within the group. Their movements are synchronized, their communication subtle, ranging from body language to a complex array of vocalizations that maintain cohesion even in blinding snowstorms. Raising a litter of pups in this environment is a communal endeavor. Older siblings, aunts and uncles all contribute, guarding the den and bringing back food. This cooperative breeding system ensures the survival of the next generation, strengthening the pack's social bonds and resilience. Yet the Arctic's barrenness poses a constant threat. Prey is scarce, and the wolves must traverse immense distances, sometimes over 100 kilometers in a single day, across featureless frozen terrain in search of sustenance. Their stamina is legendary. Specialized paws act as snowshoes, and their thick, layered coats insulate them from temperatures that can plunge below -40 degrees Celsius. These adaptations allow the pack to remain on the move, even in the harshest blizzards. The Arctic hare, their primary prey, is itself a master of survival. With powerful hind legs and acute senses, it can accelerate to 60 kilometers per hour, zigzagging across the tundra to evade capture. For a solitary wolf, the odds of catching such a quarry are slim. The hare's speed and agility make it nearly untouchable without the advantage of teamwork. The pack's hunting strategy is a sophisticated display of coordination. Wolves communicate silently, fanning out to encircle their prey, each member anticipating the hare's next move. Once a hare is detected, the wolves spread out in a calculated formation, cutting off escape routes and forcing the hare into the open, where its options dwindle with every step. Flanking maneuvers are executed with precision. Some wolves drive the hare forward while others lie in wait, ready to intercept. This tactical approach maximizes their chances of success in a landscape where every meal is hard-won. The ensuing chase is a breathtaking contest of speed, stamina, and split-second decision-making. Wolves rely on endurance, often running their prey to exhaustion before making the final move. Despite their efforts, the hare's agility and knowledge of the terrain often allow it to escape, vanishing into the endless white, a reminder of the delicate balance between predator and prey. When the hunt is successful, the reward is shared among all members. Even the lowest-ranking wolves receive a portion, reinforcing the pack's unity and ensuring the survival of the group as a whole. Thousands of kilometers to the south, beneath the relentless sun of the African savanna, another apex predator demonstrates the power of social hunting, the lion. Lion prides are complex social units, often composed of related females, their offspring, and a coalition of males. Each member has a defined role, with females typically leading the hunt and males defending territory. Their chosen prey, the African buffalo, is among the most dangerous animals on the continent. Weighing up to a ton and equipped with formidable horns, a single buffalo can inflict fatal injuries on its attackers. The hunt unfolds as a tense standoff. Lions rely on stealth and patience, using the tall grass for cover as they inch closer to their quarry, waiting for the perfect moment to strike. When the attack begins, it is a display of raw power and coordination. Some lions target the buffalo's hindquarters, attempting to immobilize it, while others aim for the throat, seeking a swift end. The ensuing struggle is chaotic and perilous. Dust swirls as muscle and determination collide, with both predator and prey, risking everything in a battle that can last for agonizing minutes. The lion's endurance is pushed to the limit. The searing heat saps their strength, and the risk of injury is ever present. Each hunt is a gamble, with the pride's survival hanging in the balance. As the minutes drag on, the lions' bodies overheat, their breathing labored. They must balance aggression with caution, knowing that a single misstep could prove fatal. The buffalo, battered but unbroken, stands its ground. Its thick hide and sheer determination make it a daunting adversary, capable of turning the tide at any moment. In a remarkable display of resilience, the bull summons its last reserves of strength, refusing to succumb to exhaustion or injury. With a sudden surge, it rises, shaking the lions from its back in a violent burst of energy. The tables turn as the enraged buffalo charges, scattering the exhausted lions and reclaiming its dominance over the savanna. Spent and defeated, the lions retreat, their energy reserves depleted and their pride momentarily humbled. In the end, both wolves and lions exemplify the intricate balance of nature's top predators, masters of teamwork, strategy, and adaptation, yet forever challenged by the resilience and ingenuity of their prey. Within the vast and intricate world of arthropods, spiders stand out as masterful predators, wielding a remarkable arsenal of hunting strategies and engineering feats that have evolved over millions of years. Take, for example, Darwin's bark spider, a diminutive marvel native to Madagascar's lush forests. Despite its modest size, this spider is a true architect of the wild. It constructs orb webs of staggering proportions, some spanning up to 2 meters across, suspended between trees and even over flowing rivers, an engineering achievement unrivaled in the animal kingdom. The process begins with a feat of precision. The spider releases a single silk thread, allowing the wind to carry it across vast gaps, sometimes over open water. This bridging line can travel up to 25 meters before anchoring on the far side, forming the foundation for the web's immense structure, a testament to both patience and evolutionary adaptation. The silk itself is a biological wonder, boasting a tensile strength greater than steel of the same diameter, yet remaining incredibly lightweight and flexible. Once the bridge is secure, the spider meticulously reinforces it, laying down additional threads to stabilize the structure against wind and rain. The spider then weaves a complex circular lattice, carefully spacing each strand to maximize the chances of intercepting airborne prey while minimizing material use. Once the web is complete, the spider adopts a vigilant stance at its edge, using specialized sensory hairs to detect the faintest vibrations from struggling insects. When prey becomes ensnared, the spider reacts with lightning speed, dashing out to immobilize its catch by expertly wrapping it in layers of silk, ensuring escape is impossible. Each web is a unique masterpiece, reflecting the spider's ability to adapt its design to local conditions, prey availability, and environmental challenges. Resourcefulness is key. Spiders will defend their webs from intruders and even recycle damaged silk by consuming it, reclaiming vital proteins for future construction. Among the most extraordinary hunters is the Portia spider, a jumping spider renowned for its cognitive abilities and predatory sophistication. This spider employs a suite of advanced tactics, including stalking, ambushing, and even deception, to outwit its prey, often other spiders. Its vision is among the sharpest in the arthropod world, with large, forward-facing eyes that provide acute depth perception, and the ability to track moving targets with precision. The Portia spider's powerful legs enable it to leap extraordinary distances relative to its body size, allowing for sudden, calculated attacks from unexpected angles. What truly sets Portia apart is its problem-solving ability. It can assess complex situations, pause to observe, and alter its tactics based on the behavior of its intended victim. Specializing in hunting other spiders, Portia often faces adversaries that are themselves skilled predators, requiring it to devise intricate, multi-step strategies for a successful hunt. Its intelligence is evident in its ability to learn from experience, adapt to new challenges, and even remember the outcomes of previous encounters. When targeting a web-building spider, Portia avoids direct approaches, instead navigating around the web's perimeter to remain undetected by its nearly blind quarry. It may spend hours plotting an indirect route, moving with deliberate slowness to avoid triggering the web's alarm signals, demonstrating patience and foresight, rare in invertebrates. Alternatively, Portia manipulates the web's silk strands, generating specific vibration patterns that mimic the struggles of trapped insects, or even the courtship signals of other spiders. This deceptive signaling lures the resident spider out of hiding, allowing Portia to exploit its curiosity and strike with surgical precision. In the final moment, Portia launches a rapid ambush, subduing its rival with venom and silk, an astonishing display of predatory intelligence and adaptability that cements spiders as some of nature's most ingenious hunters. Deep within the world's tropical rainforests, a formidable force emerges from the shadows, an unstoppable tide of life and death. This is not a single predator, but a living legion, a colony of army ants functioning as a seamless superorganism. Each ant is a single cell in a vast coordinated body, moving with astonishing precision. A single colony can number over 1 million individuals. Their collective intelligence is channeled through 2 million antennae, each one constantly probing, tasting, and vibrating against the world, forming a living network of sensory information. Every dawn, the colony orchestrates a massive raiding column, a living river that surges across the forest floor. The ants move in tightly organized ranks, their bodies forming intricate lanes and bridges to overcome obstacles. This hunting formation can stretch 10 meters wide, a relentless, undulating carpet of predators. As they advance, the swarm engulfs everything in its path, leaving behind only silence and stripped bones. Army ants are nearly blind, their eyes reduced to tiny points or absent altogether. Instead, they rely on a sophisticated system of chemical trails and tactile signals, communicating through touch and pheromones. Their antennae sweep rhythmically, detecting the faintest vibrations and chemical cues. This allows the swarm to navigate complex terrain, coordinate attacks, and respond instantly to threats or opportunities. As the swarm advances, a wave of panic ripples through the undergrowth. Insects, spiders, and even small vertebrates flee in desperation, sensing the approach of the relentless army. Any creature that hesitates, even for a heartbeat, is instantly detected. The faintest tremor or movement betrays its presence to the ever-alert antennae. In a matter of seconds, the swarm converges. The victim is engulfed beneath a writhing mass of mandibles and legs, its struggles quickly silenced. The first attackers clamp down with razor-sharp mandibles, anchoring the prey in place. Their jaws act as living traps, preventing any chance of escape. Instantly, hundreds more pile on, their bodies forming a living net. The prey is immobilized, its fate sealed by the overwhelming numbers and perfect coordination of the swarm. With mechanical precision, the ants dismember their catch. Each ant specializes in a specific task. Some slice through flesh, others transport fragments back to the colony. Nothing is wasted, every morsel is efficiently harvested. Even the most fortified defenses are no match. Army ants will storm wasp nests and termite mounds, their numbers overwhelming defenders in a coordinated assault. The air fills with the sound of battle as the swarm pours through every gap and crevice. In their wake, the forest floor is transformed. The swarm leaves behind a trail of devastation, bare earth, scattered exoskeletons, and the echoes of vanished life. Yet this destruction is also renewal, recycling nutrients and shaping the ecosystem. Far from the rainforest, in the Namib Desert, another ant has evolved to master its own extreme environment. The Saharan silver ant, or hot rod ant, is engineered for survival in searing heat, foraging when the desert surface blisters at 70 degrees Celsius. It scours the sands for the remains of heat-stricken insects, moving with astonishing speed to avoid becoming prey itself. Its elongated legs elevate its body above the scorching ground, exploiting a narrow band of cooler air just above the sand, a vital adaptation for survival. But the desert is a land of hidden perils, where every step can mean the difference between life and death. The hot rod ant must keep moving, its frantic pace a race against the deadly heat. Yet this urgency can lead it straight into the jaws of a patient predator. Concealed beneath the sand, the antlion larva waits motionless, its body perfectly adapted for ambush. It engineers a flawless conical pit, the loose grains forming a deadly funnel. Any ant that slips inside finds itself sliding helplessly toward the center. The moment an ant tumbles over the edge, the antlion erupts from the sand, seizing its victim with lightning speed. With rapid flicks, the larva hurls sand upward, triggering miniature avalanches that drag the struggling ant ever closer to its doom. In these worlds, lush rainforest and scorching desert, ants have evolved into some of nature's most extraordinary hunters, their tactics shaping entire ecosystems with every coordinated attack. In the open ocean, the pursuit of prey is a high-stakes contest where opportunities for a meal are both abundant and ephemeral. Here, the boundaries between hunter and hunted blur as multiple predator species converge, each bringing its own specialized tactics to the unfolding drama. The spectacle begins with a pod of sea lions, whose agility and speed make them formidable hunters. Yet, the sheer abundance of sardines presents a challenge. Isolating a single fish from the swirling mass is nearly impossible. To overcome this, the sea lions employ a sophisticated strategy. Working in synchrony, they herd the sardines upward, compressing them into a dense, shimmering bait ball near the surface. This collective effort not only increases their own hunting efficiency, but also inadvertently signals to other predators that a feast is underway. The commotion attracts powerful tuna, whose streamlined bodies allow them to rocket upward from the depths. These fish specialize in vertical attacks, slicing through the bait ball from below and severing the sardines' escape route to deeper water. The tuna's presence adds a new layer of pressure, forcing the sardines into an ever-tighter sphere. Above, shearwaters wheel and dive, plunging into the sea with astonishing precision. Using their wings to propel themselves underwater, they snatch sardines from the periphery, exploiting the chaos created by the larger predators. The scent of blood and the vibrations of panic ripple outward, drawing in copper sharks. These apex predators circle the bait ball, their senses finely tuned to the electrical signals of struggling fish. The sharks' unpredictable lunges further fragment the sardine school, creating openings for other hunters. Each predator's actions influence the behavior of the others, resulting in a dynamic, ever-shifting contest where cooperation and competition are inseparably intertwined. The arrival of common dolphins marks a turning point in the frenzy. Renowned for their intelligence and social coordination, these marine mammals employ a unique tactic. They encircle the bait ball, releasing streams of bubbles and emitting high-frequency clicks. The bubble wall acts as a visual and acoustic barrier, disorienting the sardines and preventing their escape. Dolphins communicate constantly, adjusting their positions and timing their attacks with remarkable precision. Their presence amplifies the confusion within the bait ball, making it even more vulnerable to predation. The interplay between species is intricate, While the dolphins corral the sardines, the tuna exploit gaps in the formation, and the sharks capitalize on moments of weakness. Sheer waters, ever opportunistic, dart in to snatch isolated fish. This convergence of strategies creates a feedback loop. As each predator intensifies its efforts, the sardines' options dwindle and the feeding frenzy accelerates. The water churns with energy, a living mosaic of predators, each adapting in real time to the movements of both prey and rivals. As the sardine ball is whittled down by relentless attacks, the ecological climax arrives. A bride's whale, sensing the concentrated biomass, ascends from the depths. Its immense size and cavernous mouth allow it to engulf the remnants of the bait ball in a single sweeping lunge. The whale's arrival is both disruptive and decisive. Its passage scatters the remaining predators and signals the end of the frenzy. In mere moments, thousands of sardines vanish, consumed in a gulp that dwarfs the efforts of all other hunters combined. This multi-predator event is more than a feeding opportunity. It is a dynamic ecological interaction, shaping the distribution and behavior of both predators and prey. Each participant, from the smallest shearwater to the largest whale, plays a role in maintaining the balance of the ocean's food web. The spectacle is a testament to the complexity and interconnectedness of marine life, where survival depends on both competition and collaboration in the ever-changing theatre of the sea. In the shimmering expanse of the tropical open ocean, a relentless drama unfolds beneath the sunlit waves. Here, every moment is a test of survival, and few creatures embody this struggle more vividly than the flying fish. Among the most formidable threats is the dorado, or mahi-mahi, a swift, muscular predator renowned for its dazzling colors and astonishing speed. With streamlined bodies and powerful tails, dorados can accelerate in bursts, making them a nightmare for any prey caught in their sights. The flying fish, however, is no ordinary prey. Over countless generations, it has developed a suite of extraordinary adaptations, transforming it into one of the ocean's most elusive escape artists. When danger looms from below, the flying fish's first line of defense is explosive acceleration. Its streamlined body and powerful muscles allow it to surge upward, slicing through the water with astonishing agility. At the surface, it executes a breathtaking maneuver, bursting free from the water. It unfurls its oversized pectoral fins, which resemble the wings of a bird more than the fins of a fish. By rapidly beating its tail against the water, even after leaving the surface, the flying fish gains additional lift. Once airborne, it glides for remarkable distances, sometimes over 400 meters, skimming just above the waves in a dazzling display of speed and precision. This aerial escape is a marvel of evolution, allowing the fish to evade aquatic predators with a tactic few others can match. Yet the ocean is an unforgiving arena, and every advantage comes with its own risks. The dorado, unable to follow into the air, tracks the flying fish's trajectory with keen eyes, anticipating where it will re-enter the water. The chase becomes a high-stakes game of prediction and reaction, with the dorado surging forward each time the flying fish touches down. This relentless pursuit forces the flying fish to launch itself repeatedly, each flight draining precious energy reserves. The ocean's surface becomes a battleground, with the flying fish darting between two worlds, never truly safe in either. For the flying fish, these desperate flights are not just a spectacle, they are a matter of life and death. Every leap is a calculated risk, a gamble against the odds in a world where hesitation means certain doom. Each glide is powered by a surge of adrenaline, propelling the fish over rolling waves and away from snapping jaws. But the open ocean offers little shelter, and the journey is fraught with peril at every turn. The environment itself poses constant challenges. Powerful currents, sudden storms, and the ever-present threat of dehydration in the sunlit air all conspire against the flying fish. Navigating these hazards requires not only speed, but also remarkable endurance and instinct. Yet in solving the problem of underwater predators, the flying fish has unwittingly exposed itself to new dangers. As it soars above the waves, the flying fish becomes a beacon for aerial hunters. Its silvery body, glinting in the sunlight, is impossible to miss against the deep blue sea. High overhead, the frigate bird patrols the skies. With long, angular wings and unmatched vision, it is perfectly adapted to spot even the slightest movement below. The frigate bird's hunting strategy is as refined as any predator's. It circles patiently, waiting for the telltale splash of a flying fish breaking the surface, then swoops with astonishing speed and accuracy. These birds have learned to associate the frantic activity of dorados with the sudden appearance of flying fish, turning the chaos of the hunt into an opportunity for an easy catch. For the frigate bird, a gliding flying fish is a vulnerable target, suspended between sea and sky, with nowhere to hide and no way to change course mid-flight. The flying fish is now trapped in a perilous limbo, caught between the relentless pursuit of the dorado below and the watchful gaze of the frigate bird above. Remaining in the water means facing the dorado's lightning-fast attacks, where a single miscalculation can be fatal. Taking to the air, on the other hand, exposes the fish to the frigate bird's razor-sharp beak and unmatched aerial agility. Every decision is a gamble, every escape a fleeting victory in a world where danger comes from every direction. This intricate dance of survival reveals the true complexity of life in the open ocean. The flying fish's remarkable adaptations are both its salvation and its curse, illustrating how every evolutionary breakthrough is shaped by the ever-changing pressures of the environment. In this vast, unpredictable world, the flying fish's plight is a testament to the ingenuity and the vulnerability of life on the edge. In the world's most unforgiving habitats, survival demands extraordinary innovation. Nowhere is this more evident than among the predators of deserts and tidal flats, where every adaptation is a testament to nature's relentless drive for efficiency and resilience. The tidal flats of northern Australia, a landscape sculpted by the rhythmic pulse of the ocean, become a stage for one of the animal kingdom's most astonishing feats. Here, as the sea retreats, a unique cephalopod emerges, the land-walking octopus. Unlike its fully aquatic relatives, this octopus has evolved specialized behaviors and physiological traits that allow it to exploit a fleeting ecological window. Its mantle cavity retains enough moisture to prevent desiccation, while its skin secretes a protective mucus layer, reducing water loss as it ventures onto exposed mud and rock. During the brief hours of low tide, the octopus demonstrates remarkable spatial awareness and memory, navigating a labyrinth of rock pools that are rapidly shrinking in the sun. Each movement is calculated as it uses its hundreds of muscular suckers to grip slippery surfaces, propelling its soft, boneless body with surprising agility. This amphibious hunter is a master of stealth and precision. Its chromatophores, specialized pigment cells, allow it to blend seamlessly with the mottled rocks and mud, providing both camouflage from aerial predators and an advantage when stalking prey. The rock pools, isolated by the receding tide, become natural traps for crustaceans and small fish. The octopus exploits this abundance, probing crevices with its flexible arms, each lined with chemoreceptors that detect the faintest chemical traces of hidden prey. When a crab is located, the octopus employs a rapid, coordinated strike. Its arms envelop the prey, and a paralyzing venom is delivered through its beak, ensuring a swift and efficient kill. This hunting method minimizes energy expenditure and maximizes success in an environment where every calorie counts. Such amphibious foraging is rare among cephalopods, requiring not only physical adaptations, but also advanced problem-solving skills. The octopus's ability to learn from experience and modify its tactics in response to changing conditions exemplifies the cognitive sophistication that underpins its survival. Meanwhile, in the same region, another group of predators has developed a radically different yet equally specialized approach to hunting in a dynamic environment. Bottlenose dolphins, renowned for their intelligence, have perfected the art of strand feeding, a cooperative strategy that pushes the boundaries of marine predation. These dolphins operate as a cohesive unit, communicating through a complex repertoire of clicks and whistles. Together, they herd schools of fish toward the shallowest reaches of the estuary, exploiting the fish's instinct to flee from open water. As the chase intensifies, the dolphins generate a synchronized bow wave, a surge of water that disorients and propels the fish onto the muddy bank. This calculated maneuver requires precise timing and spatial coordination, honed through years of social learning and practice. In a display of remarkable athleticism, the dolphins launch themselves onto the mud, always on their right sides. This lateralized behavior is not random. It ensures that the pod forms a continuous barrier, preventing any escape routes for their prey. The physical demands of strand feeding are immense. Repeatedly sliding onto abrasive mud wears down the dolphin's teeth, particularly on the side that contacts the substrate. Over time, this dental erosion can limit an individual's ability to participate in the hunt, illustrating the evolutionary trade-offs inherent in such specialized behaviors. Despite the risks, the rewards are substantial. Strand feeding grants access to a concentrated food source that few other predators can exploit, and the technique is passed down through generations. A striking example of animal culture shaping survival strategies. Both the land-walking octopus and the strand-feeding dolphins exemplify the pinnacle of adaptation in extreme environments. Their unique hunting strategies, physiological modifications, and learned behaviors reveal the intricate interplay between biology and environment, a testament to the endless creativity of evolution in the face of adversity. Across every corner of the globe, the world's top predators demonstrate a relentless drive for survival, each encounter a testament to the power of tenacity and the brilliance of teamwork. Consider the solitary leopard, whose silent, calculated stalk through the grasslands is a masterclass in patience and precision. In the high mountains, its cousin, the snow leopard, endures freezing winds and treacherous terrain, relying on sheer determination to close the gap between itself and its elusive quarry. In the oceans, dolphins and orcas exemplify the power of collaboration. Dolphins herd fish into tight balls, synchronizing their movements with astonishing accuracy, while orcas employ sophisticated tactics, like creating waves to wash seals from ice floes or using bubbles to trap schools of fish. There is no universal blueprint for success. Each predator, from the African wild dog's relentless pursuit to the piranha's frenzied group attack, has evolved a distinct set of strategies tailored to its environment and prey. Lions blend seamlessly into golden grass, eagles strike with pinpoint accuracy from above, and polar bears traverse endless ice in search of seals. Komodo dragons and crocodiles rely on ambush, harnessing patience and explosive power to secure a meal. These hunting methods are the culmination of millions of years of evolutionary refinement, shaped by the ever-changing demands of survival. In this ongoing evolutionary arms race, adaptability is key. The cheetah's explosive speed, the owl's silent flight, the archerfish's precision, and the mantis shrimp's lightning-fast strike all reflect the endless innovation driven by necessity. The hunt is the heartbeat of the wild, fueling the intricate dance between predator and prey and shaping the very fabric of ecosystems. These moments reveal extraordinary intelligence and adaptability. Octopuses manipulate objects to access hidden prey, while crows and chimpanzees use tools to overcome obstacles, demonstrating remarkable problem-solving abilities. Even among invertebrates, cunning abounds. The Portia spider devises elaborate plans to deceive its victims, while antlions and bolus spiders engineer traps and lures, showcasing the diversity of predatory ingenuity. Teamwork reaches its zenith in pack hunters. Arctic wolves and African wild dogs coordinate complex maneuvers, flanking and exhausting their prey, while Harris's hawks hunt in family groups, using aerial tactics rarely seen in birds of prey. These are not mere instincts at play, but flashes of animal genius, moments of contemplation, experimentation, and learning. Many predators pass down knowledge through generations. Lionesses teach cubs the art of the stalk, while orca calves learn complex hunting strategies by observing their elders. In the shallows, dolphins strand feed by driving fish onto mud flats, a learned behavior perfected over years. Humpback whales create bubble nets to corral prey, and even fish like groupers recruit moray eels for joint hunts, bridging species boundaries for mutual gain. Failure is frequent, but predators persist. Cheetahs recover from missed chases, polar bears endure blizzards, and wolf packs regroup after setbacks, each setback fueling greater resolve. The interplay between predator and prey is the engine of ecological health, driving adaptation and maintaining balance. By targeting the weak, sick, or unwary, predators strengthen prey populations, ensuring only the fittest survive and reproduce. The vigilance and agility of prey, in turn, push predators to refine their skills, creating a dynamic cycle of improvement. Every escape, every failed hunt, is a lesson, driving both predator and prey to greater heights of speed, strength, and intelligence. This perpetual contest fosters vibrant, resilient ecosystems where countless species coexist and thrive. In the ocean, multi-species feeding frenzies erupt as sharks, dolphins, and seabirds converge on bait balls, each predator playing a role in the chaotic ballet of survival. These events highlight the interconnectedness of marine life, where the actions of one species ripple through the food web, benefiting many. The result is a tapestry of life, complex, interdependent, and ever-evolving, woven together by the relentless pursuit of food and survival. These astonishing hunting tactics offer profound lessons about resilience, adaptability, and the power of unity in the wild. They remind us that survival is a relentless test of wit, endurance, and the ability to overcome adversity, whether alone or together. The wild celebrates both the solitary hunter's patience and the collective strength of the pack, each approach vital in its own right. By witnessing these natural dramas, we gain a deeper appreciation for the complexity and ingenuity that define the animal kingdom. Nature's intricate patterns reveal a world where every action has consequence, and every creature plays a part in the grand design. The will to survive unites all life, forging connections that span continents, oceans, and generations. Every day is a struggle, but within that struggle lies breathtaking beauty, ingenious adaptation, and endless wonder. The wild is a realm of constant challenge, yet it is also a place of renewal, creativity, and hope. To honor these lessons in tenacity and teamwork, we must strive to understand, respect, and safeguard the natural world, ensuring its wonders endure for generations to come. As the sun slips below the horizon and darkness blankets the land, a new caste of hunters emerges, predators whose mastery lies in the art of stealth and ambush. The night is their ally, cloaking their movements in secrecy and amplifying the tension between hunter and hunted. In the dense forest, the silent wings of the owl cut through the cool air. With feathers adapted for noiseless flight, the owl glides undetected, its acute hearing pinpointing the faintest rustle of a mouse beneath the leaf litter. Its strike is swift and silent, prey snatched before a warning squeak can escape. Nearby, the elusive leopard uses the shadows to its advantage, melting into the darkness as it stalks unsuspecting antelope. Each step is calculated, its rosette-patterned coat blending seamlessly with the dappled moonlight. A sudden burst of speed, and the hunt is over before it begins. Across the African savanna, the night belongs to the hyena. Often misunderstood, these predators rely on patience and cunning, slipping through the inky blackness to ambush weakened or isolated prey. Their keen sense of smell and night vision give them an uncanny ability to locate opportunity where others see only darkness. In the jungles of Southeast Asia, the clouded leopard navigates the treetops with ghost-like agility. Its flexible ankles and elongated tail allow it to move with precision, stalking arboreal prey from above. When the moment is right, it descends with lethal accuracy, a phantom in the canopy. Beneath the surface of a moonlit pond, the alligator lies in wait, barely a ripple betraying its presence. Eyes and nostrils break the waterline as it scans for movement. With a sudden surge, it erupts from the depths, jaws snapping shut in an explosion of power, ambush perfected over millions of years. Even in the arid desert, the nocturnal sidewinder rattlesnake emerges under the cover of darkness. Its unique sideways motion leaves barely a trace on the sand as it approaches unsuspecting rodents. With heat-sensing pits, it detects the faint warmth of its prey, striking with blinding speed in a display of precise lethality. Ambush is not the sole realm of the large. The tiny assassin bug, cloaked in debris, waits motionless on a leaf for hours. When an unwary insect draws near, it launches a rapid attack, subduing prey many times its own size. In the pitch-black ocean depths, the anglerfish uses a glowing lure to entice curious victims into striking range, its gaping jaws snapping shut in an instant. These nocturnal predators are virtuosos of concealment and patience. Their tactics are a blend of anatomical adaptation and behavioral finesse, honed by the demands of survival in a world where visibility is limited and every sound, shadow, or scent can mean the difference between feast and famine. The night may seem still, but beneath its veil, a drama of silent pursuit and sudden violence unfolds. Each ambush is a testament to the ingenuity of evolution, a reminder that in the wild, success often depends not on brute strength, but on the ability to disappear, to wait, and to strike when the moment is right. Beneath the shimmering surface of rivers and lakes, a different kind of hunter reigns. Here, the art of ambush is sculpted by water, its currents, reflections, and the ever-shifting interplay of light and shadow. In these submerged realms, patience is more than a virtue. It is the key to survival. Lurking motionless in the muddy shallows, the crocodile is the embodiment of aquatic ambush. Its armored body blends seamlessly with the riverbank, only eyes and nostrils betraying its presence above the waterline. With a slow, deliberate stillness honed over tens of millions of years, the crocodile waits. Fish, birds, and even large ungulates approach to drink, never suspecting the danger that lies mere inches away. In a sudden, explosive rush, jaws snap shut with bone-crushing force, prey pulled beneath the surface in a swirl of froth and silence. This is predation at its most primal, swift, decisive, and inescapable. Yet not all aquatic ambushers are giants. In the cool, clear waters of northern lakes, the pike rules with a different strategy. Its elongated body is a living torpedo, camouflaged among reeds and submerged logs. The pike's silver-green flanks shimmer in the dappled light, perfectly matching its surroundings. With unblinking eyes, it tracks the slightest movement, calculating distance and timing with lethal precision. When an unsuspecting fish ventures too close, the pike propels itself forward in a lightning-fast burst, jaws agape, razor teeth ready to seize its quarry. The entire assault, from stillness to capture, unfolds in the blink of an eye. Elsewhere, the stonefish, master of disguise, buries itself in sand and rubble on the ocean floor. Venomous spines poised, it waits for prey to wander close enough to trigger its lightning-fast gulp. In the tangled roots of mangroves, the archerfish employs a different form of ambush, firing jets of water to knock unsuspecting insects from overhanging branches, then swiftly snatching them as they hit the surface. These aquatic assassins rely on more than brute force. Their tactics are a blend of camouflage, anatomical ingenuity, and patience. each perfectly adapted to the watery worlds they inhabit. In the realm beneath the waves, the ambush is a silent ballet of stillness and sudden motion, where the difference between predator and prey is measured in milliseconds. From ancient reptiles to sleek freshwater hunters, aquatic ambush predators are a testament to nature's relentless innovation. Their methods may be hidden beneath the surface, but their mastery of surprise is unmatched, a reminder that in the underwater world, danger is often invisible until it is far too late. High above the earth, where currents of wind sculpt the open sky, another class of predator rules with unrivaled mastery: birds of prey. These aerial hunters, from the silent owl to the swift falcon, have evolved a breathtaking arsenal of adaptations, each designed to turn the boundless sky into their personal hunting ground. In the twilight hours, as shadows stretch across the land, the owl emerges. With broad, rounded wings and a soft, velvety plumage, it glides through the night in near-absolute silence. Specialized feathers disrupt the flow of air, muffling the sound of flight to a whisper. Below, the owl's facial disc funnels even the faintest rustle to its keen ears, allowing it to pinpoint the scurrying of a mouse beneath a blanket of leaves. With a sudden, silent plunge, talons extend, razor-sharp and powerful, securing the prize before the victim ever senses the danger. As dawn breaks, the tempo of the hunt accelerates. Enter the peregrine falcon, the embodiment of speed and precision. Soaring high above city skylines and rugged cliffs alike, the falcon fixes its gaze on a distant flock of pigeons. With a sudden tuck of wings, it folds into a streamlined missile, beginning a legendary stoop. Gravity and muscle combine, propelling the falcon to over 200 miles per hour. In the final moments, it flares its talons forward, striking with a force that stuns or kills instantly. The entire sequence, from sighting to impact, is a masterclass in aerial engineering and unyielding focus. Elsewhere, the harrier hovers low over open marshlands, scanning for the faintest movement in the grasses. Its distinctive flight, buoyant and watchful, lets it exploit every ripple of wind, every subtle shift in the air. When prey is spotted, the harrier dips and swerves, twisting its body with an agility that leaves escape almost impossible. Each of these aerial predators is a specialist, their senses and bodies honed for a life spent hunting in 3 dimensions, eyesight sharper than any other animal, muscles tuned for explosive bursts of power, and a spatial awareness that borders on the uncanny. All serve a single purpose: to dominate the skies. In the realm above the treetops, every hunt is a contest of speed, silence, and timing. Whether in the dead of night or under the blazing sun, the lords of the sky remind us that mastery of the hunt is not confined to land or sea. Here, in the open air, survival is a ballet of wings and wind, an eternal chase written in the language of flight. In the endless contest between predator and prey, visibility can mean the difference between hunger and survival. For some hunters, the path to dominance is not paved with speed or brute strength, but with the art of becoming invisible. Welcome to the world of camouflage and mimicry, where the greatest weapon is the ability to vanish in plain sight. Beneath the dappled light of a forest floor, the leaf-tailed gecko lies motionless. Its body, etched with veins and jagged edges, mirrors the dead leaves scattered around it. To the untrained eye, it is indistinguishable from its surroundings. But this creature is no passive participant in the game of hide-and-seek. When an unsuspecting insect ventures too close, the gecko's tongue darts out in a blur, securing a meal without ever betraying its presence. In the coral gardens of the Indo-Pacific, the tasseled wobbegong shark is a master of aquatic deception. Draped in elaborate fronds and mottled patterns, it melts into the seafloor, becoming a living patch of reef. Patient and unblinking, it waits as smaller fish drift overhead. With a sudden surge, the wobbegong's cavernous jaws snap shut, the illusion shattered in an instant. Not all deception is about blending in. Some predators take imitation further, assuming the guise of harmless creatures, or even their prey. The zone-tailed hawk, for instance, soars alongside flocks of turkey vultures. Prey animals, accustomed to the harmless scavengers, ignore the imposter in their midst until the hawk breaks formation, diving with lethal intent. In the undergrowth, the assassin bug dons the exoskeletons of its victims, cloaking itself in the scent and silhouette of its prey. This grisly disguise fools both predator and prey alike, allowing the bug to approach its next target unchallenged. Perhaps the most astonishing example lies in the octopus, a shapeshifter without peer. With skin that can change color, texture, and even mimic the movement of rocks, algae, or venomous sea snakes, the mimic octopus transforms itself to match any threat or lure. In a flash, it becomes a drifting shell, a patch of sand, or a writhing lionfish, confounding both predators and prey. These strategies are the product of millions of years of evolutionary arms races. Each adaptation, whether subtle or spectacular, is a response to the relentless pressure of survival. In the world of camouflage and mimicry, the line between hunter and hunted blurs, and the boundaries of perception are pushed to their limits. Here, in the realm of deception, patience, and artistry, are the ultimate weapons. For those who master the art of disappearance, the hunt is not a contest of speed or strength, but of illusion, and only the most cunning emerge victorious. Beneath the restless surface of the world's oceans, a silent choreography unfolds, one that rivals any spectacle of the terrestrial wild. Here, intelligence and communication merge in a display of unity, as marine mammals harness the power of cooperation to subdue their prey. This is the domain of the orca and the dolphin, apex predators whose greatest weapon is teamwork. In the icy fjords of the Arctic, a pod of orcas glides beneath the ice, their black and white forms weaving a pattern of purpose. They approach a haul out of resting seals, and with a sudden surge the orcas create a rolling wave, dislodging their quarry from the safety of the ice. Each member of the pod plays a role, some generating the swell, others waiting to intercept the panicked seals as they plunge into the water. Precision and patience are vital. A single misstep could mean a lost meal. Yet their strategy, honed over generations, rarely fails. Farther south, in the temperate shallows, bottlenose dolphins execute a different but equally sophisticated plan. Encircling a shimmering school of fish, the dolphins coordinate their movements with clicks and whistles, a language as complex as any spoken on land. With practiced ease, they herd the fish into a tight, swirling ball. Then, one by one, the dolphins dart through the mass, snatching their fill in a flurry of bubbles and silver scales. Sometimes they employ tools, stirring up mud to corral prey, or using sponges to protect their sensitive snouts as they probe the sea floor. Cooperation among these marine mammals extends beyond the hunt. In some regions, orcas have been observed passing knowledge from one generation to the next, teaching their young the intricate art of wave washing or fish herding. Dolphins, too, form alliances, bands of individuals working together to outmaneuver rival pods or secure the richest hunting grounds. These behaviors are not random acts of instinct, but the result of complex social structures and cultural transmission. Each hunt is a symphony of signals, strategy, and split-second timing, a testament to the intelligence that thrives beneath the waves. In the open ocean, where survival favors the cunning and the connected, orcas and dolphins reveal the ultimate truth of predation. Sometimes, the greatest strength lies not in the individual, but in the collective. Together they become synchronized shadows, ghosts of the deep, whose unity shapes the fate of all who cross their path. Across the eons, the story of predation has been one of relentless adaptation, a silent contest played out in every ecosystem on Earth. In this evolutionary arms race, predators and prey have shaped each other in a perpetual cycle of innovation and response. Journey back hundreds of millions of years to the primeval seas where the first hunters emerged. Ancient cephalopods, relatives of today's squids, developed jet propulsion and ink clouds to outmaneuver armored trilobites. As prey grew tougher, predators sharpened their tools. Teeth lengthened, jaws strengthened, senses sharpened to detect the faintest movement in the murky depths. On land, the age of dinosaurs saw fierce competition among apex predators. Tyrannosaurs wielded bone-crushing bites, while packs of smaller raptors relied on speed and coordination. Each adaptation spurred a countermeasure: thicker hides, defensive spines, or the ability to flee at astonishing speeds. The rise of mammals brought fresh innovation. Saber-toothed cats evolved elongated fangs for powerful, precise strikes, while their prey developed herding behaviors and heightened vigilance. In the trees, birds of prey honed their vision to spot the slightest twitch below, while rodents became masters of concealment. Even in the present day, the arms race continues. Sharks, whose ancient ancestors once ruled the oceans, now navigate with electroreception, detecting the faint bioelectric fields of hidden prey. Meanwhile, the cuttlefish perfects camouflage, shifting its skin to match the seafloor in an instant. Predatory adaptations are not merely physical. They are written into DNA, etched in the behaviors passed from parent to offspring, generation after generation. Each evolutionary leap is a record of survival, a testament to the pressures and possibilities of a changing world. From the primordial oceans to the modern savanna, the dance of hunter and hunted is unending. With every adaptation, the balance shifts, driving the diversity and wonder of life itself. In this ceaseless contest, every creature is both player and prize, each shaped in turn by the relentless pursuit of survival. Beneath the surface of every hunt lies an invisible world, a realm defined not by sight alone, but by senses far beyond human reach. For many of nature's most formidable predators, the key to success is perception, a suite of biological tools honed to detect, track, and outmaneuver prey in the most challenging environments. In the inky darkness of the ocean, dolphins and orcas unleash bursts of echolocation, high-frequency clicks that bounce off objects, painting a sonic map of the world around them. With each echo, these hunters pinpoint the location, size, and even the texture of their targets, navigating murky waters with astonishing precision. Bats wield the same power in the night sky, filling the darkness with ultrasonic calls that reveal the flutter of a moth's wing or the scuttle of an insect below. Meanwhile, the pit viper lies coiled and patient, its unblinking gaze masking a far more sinister ability. Specialized heat-sensing pits, nestled between its eyes and nostrils, allow it to perceive the faintest thermal signature, a living heat map that betrays the presence of warm-blooded prey, even in total darkness. This thermal vision guides its strike, swift and unerring. On the open savanna, the lion's acute hearing becomes its secret weapon. Sensitive ears rotate independently, triangulating the faintest rustle of hooves or the distant alarm calls of birds. Owls, too, possess asymmetrical ear placement, enabling them to pinpoint the exact location of a mouse concealed beneath layers of snow or grass. Some predators, like sharks, sense the world's hidden currents. Electroreceptors, clustered around their snouts, detect the minuscule electrical fields generated by muscle contractions in living creatures, rendering the invisible visible. Each sense is a masterpiece of evolution, granting its bearer an edge in the eternal contest for survival. Whether tracking prey through a forest of sound, a cloud of heat, or a web of electric signals, these predators move through a tapestry of information, unseen but ever present. In the silent ballet of pursuit and evasion, it is not always the fastest or the strongest who triumph, but often those who perceive the world in ways we can scarcely imagine. The secret senses of predators are nature's hidden weapons, unveiling new dimensions in the ancient game of life and death. Across the globe, the rules of predation are being rewritten. Environmental changes, both gradual and abrupt, are forcing predators to adapt, innovate, or risk extinction. As habitats transform under the pressures of climate change, deforestation, and human encroachment, the very fabric of the hunt is shifting. In the Arctic, shrinking sea ice challenges the polar bear's ancient strategy. Once able to roam vast frozen expanses in search of seals, these apex hunters now face longer swims and fragmented hunting grounds. The thinning ice forces them to alter their timing, extend their ranges, and sometimes turn to alternate food sources. Each adaptation is a gamble, balancing energy expended against calories gained. In tropical rainforests, the jaguar's mastery of stealth is tested by vanishing cover. Logging and fragmentation disrupt the dense foliage that once shielded their silent approach. With fewer places to hide, jaguars must refine their ambush tactics, relying on the remaining shadows and learning to navigate the edges of human-altered landscapes. Some shift their activity to deeper darkness, hunting at hours when even fewer eyes are watching. Oceans, too, are in flux. Rising temperatures and acidification alter the distribution of prey species, pushing fish into deeper, cooler waters. Predators like the great white shark must travel farther and dive deeper, recalibrating their migratory paths to follow shifting shoals. Coral bleaching reduces the labyrinthine habitats that once sheltered both predator and prey, compressing the drama of pursuit into ever smaller arenas. Not all predators are equally equipped for change. Specialist hunters, finely tuned to a single prey or environment, face the greatest peril. The cheetah's speed is unmatched on open savanna, but as grasslands yield to farmland, its hunting grounds shrink and its competitive edge dulls. In contrast, generalists, like the red fox or the coyote, exploit new opportunities, adapting diets and behaviors to urban sprawl and agricultural waste. Yet, innovation is not limitless. Environmental stress can outpace evolution, leaving even the most adaptable predators at risk. Disrupted food webs ripple through ecosystems, altering the balance of power and reshaping ancient rivalries. As prey populations dwindle or migrate, predators may be forced into unfamiliar territories, sparking new conflicts and unforeseen challenges. In this new era, survival depends not only on tooth and claw, but on flexibility, learning, and resilience. The relentless march of environmental change demands that predators continually refine their tactics or face decline. The world's hunters stand at a crossroads, each adapting move, a testament to nature's capacity for both vulnerability and ingenuity. As the landscape changes, so too does the eternal contest, reminding us that in the wild, adaptation is the ultimate weapon. In the natural world, the relationship between predator and prey is more than a simple chase. It is an unending contest of adaptation, a biological arms race played out over millennia. Each side is locked in a cycle of innovation, where every evolutionary advance by one is met with a countermeasure by the other. Consider the gazelle and the cheetah on the African savanna. The cheetah's unparalleled acceleration and explosive speed are fine-tuned to close the gap in a matter of seconds. But gazelles, far from passive, have evolved a suite of evasive maneuvers, zigzagging, leaping, and rapid changes in direction to disrupt the cheetah's attack trajectory. The cheetah must not only be fast, but also anticipate these maneuvers, adjusting its approach with split-second precision. Failure for either side means hunger or death. In the dense jungles of Southeast Asia, the relationship between the pit viper and its rodent prey is equally dynamic. The viper's infrared sensing pits detect the faintest heat signature, allowing for pinpoint strikes in total darkness. In response, rodents have developed heightened senses of smell and hearing, along with unpredictable movement patterns that make ambushes less certain. Each adaptation is a step in a never-ending dance, driving further refinement with every generation. In the oceans, the arms race plays out in 3 dimensions. The octopus, armed with camouflage and an arsenal of escape tactics, faces off against visually acute hunters like groupers and moray eels. The octopus's ability to instantly alter its skin texture and color, squeeze through the tiniest crevices, and deploy clouds of ink forces its predators to hone their hunting strategies, learning to anticipate escape routes or hunt in coordinated pairs. Even at the microscopic level, the battle is fierce. Some bacteria, targeted by predatory viruses known as bacteriophages, evolve complex surface proteins that block viral entry. In turn, the viruses mutate to circumvent these defenses, perpetuating a microscopic contest as ancient as life itself. This evolutionary tug-of-war shapes not only the bodies and behaviors of predators and prey, but entire ecosystems. Each adaptation sends ripples through the food web, influencing who thrives, who adapts, and who fades into extinction. The rules are never static. The contest never ends. In this relentless game, victory is fleeting. For every new weapon, there is a new shield. For every cunning tactic, a counter-strategy emerges. The predator-prey arms race is the engine of evolution, forging sharper claws, keener senses, and more intricate behaviors. It is nature's perpetual challenge, a testament to the ingenuity and resilience woven into the fabric of life itself. In the vast theatre of the wild, not all predators fit the mold of silent stalkers or relentless chasers. Some have mastered the art of the unexpected, wielding bizarre and ingenious strategies that defy conventional logic. These are the predators who turn the rules upside down, ambushing with deception, hunting with tools, or luring with irresistible trickery. Deep in the Amazon, the bola spider spins a single silken thread tipped with a sticky globule, mimicking the scent of female moths. Unsuspecting males, drawn in by the promise of a mate, find themselves ensnared in a deadly game of bait and switch. With a precise flick, the spider swings its bolas, capturing prey in mid-air, an ambush as theatrical as it is effective. Beneath the waves, the blanket octopus reveals another form of predatory ingenuity. Females wield tentacles ripped from venomous Portuguese man-o'-war jellyfish, brandishing them like toxic whips to deter attackers or subdue prey. In the darkness of the deep sea, the anglerfish dangles a glowing lure from its head, mimicking the bioluminescent pulse of smaller creatures. Mesmerized victims drift closer, only to be engulfed by jaws lined with needle-like teeth. On the forest floor, the assassin bug deploys a gruesome tactic. It coats captured termites or ants in sticky resin and uses them as bait, attracting curious nestmates. When the unsuspecting approach, the assassin bug strikes with lethal precision, turning the prey's own curiosity into a deadly trap. Even birds join the ranks of unconventional hunters. The Egyptian vulture, faced with the challenge of cracking ostrich eggs, improvises, using rocks as tools. It hurls them with calculated force until the shell gives way. Meanwhile, the drongo bird's mimicry of alarm calls sends rival animals fleeing from their meals, allowing the drongo to swoop in and steal a feast. These extraordinary behaviors are the outliers of predation, proof that survival often favors the bold, the inventive, and the utterly unpredictable. In nature's endless contest, the most unusual hunters remind us that sometimes the greatest advantage lies in thinking beyond the ordinary, embracing the strange, and rewriting the rules of the hunt.